pleasure to have one of the greatest champions of this campaign and the greatest champions of the middle class in this country in our office today in Waukesha, Wisconsin. With no further ado, it's my honor to introduce Senator Dick Durbin of Illinois. Thank you for being
here. It's rare for somebody from Illinois to get this kind of award, particularly if they don't happen to be rooting for the local football team. But there are many things which bring us together, and I thank you all for being here. What a great turnout here this afternoon. I understand that Congressman Ryan was in Waukesha today. Yeah, well, he's certainly welcome back home, I'm sure, in Wisconsin. And I'm not here as the Truth Squad, but I would like to make one point if I can. I sat on the Simpson Bowles Commission with Paul Ryan for a year. I was across the table from him as we talked about a balanced way to deal with this deficit. And at the end of the day, they proposed this bipartisan, balanced approach to dealing with the deficit. It wasn't without controversy, but it really moved us forward. President Obama's commission. And it came time for the final vote. And they called Durbin of Illinois, and I said, I vote yes. They called Ryan of Wisconsin, and he said, no. No? This man who is a champion of fighting the deficit voted against the Simpson Bowles Bipartisan Deficit Commission. Now that doesn't track. But it makes sense if you think about it. Because if you look at his budget, and the budget of Mitt Romney, there is no way that they're going to deal in a responsible fashion with this deficit as we have it. You can't increase tax breaks for the wealthiest people in America at a level that they're talking about. Put $2 trillion unrequested by the Department of Defense in spending there, and then talk about balancing the budget. There's no way to do that. I think Paul Ryan knows that. I really think he does. Now, I know as a young man, he was inspired by Ayn Rand. Ayn Rand. Some of us with a little gray hair in the crowd remember Ayn Rand. She was a noteworthy author in the 60s, 50s and 60s. Atlas Shrugged, Fountainhead. And what was the basic message of Ayn Rand? The basic message of Ayn Rand was, I'm aboard, pull up the ladder. Or, just remember, we're all in this alone. Well, let me tell you something. We're not in this alone. Thank goodness we're in it together. And in being in it together, we get a lot more done for America. Has there ever been a challenge in America when we said just everybody do their own thing? No. We stood together. Our great veterans fought in those wars time and time again, God bless them, and they still do. And they stood up, and when you go to get sworn in the military, they don't ask you your political affiliation. They ask you if you love America, and are you willing to risk your life for it. Time and time again, Americans have come together to fight together and work together to deal with the issues of our time. So the Ayn Rand way of doing things, the Republican way of doing things, is to basically say, you don't need government. We're the builders. We're on our own. Are we really? Are we really on our own? I can tell you this kid, son of an immigrant from East St. Louis, Illinois, could never have gone to college without federal student loans. Never had a chance. And kids from working families all over the United States are in the same situation. The Republicans have forgotten that. They shouldn't. When it comes to working families and middle-income families, what President Obama is saying is the right message. The highest priority of the next 4 years is to make sure working families in America have a fighting chance. Woo!